Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you and going through nearly every single command in the game, or at least most of them that I think will help you guys, or just be fun in some sort of way. So, hopefully this video should help a lot of you out, but before we start, make sure you like and subscribe, it helps me out a lot, and anyway, yeah, make sure to watch till the end. Let's get started. Quick note before we start, every single one of these commands can be used in single player. But if you're on a server, like a community server or official, you're gonna need permissions like admin or moderator to actually use them. Anyway, let's start off this video with some general commands that the player might need. So, I'm not gonna do this one because it will kill me, but /respawn. So /respawn is like, let's say you're stuck and the server doesn't have an unstuck command, this will just kill you, reset your dinosaur. Then we have /clear, so let me just type some gibberish. Oh no, it's annoying. We can do /clear to get rid of the chat. Now, I was surprised to know that you don't need permissions to use that one. That really confused me. I believe it does only clear it on your screen though. So don't worry, you can't troll servers like that. Next up, we have got /rules. This will display the rules. Obviously, I'm in single player, so I don't really have any. Then we have /MOTD. This is /message of the day. Now, the message of the day for my single player is cringe. So that's what those two are for. So obviously, some servers like to put Discord links or custom commands like farm or something in the message of the day. So if you need that, just do that. Then we also have list players. Now this one you also don't need permissions for. So let me just type this out. Now, this will tell you how many people are on, the player's name, and their ID. Now, obviously, I'm, again, single player, there's only just me. But in a server, this can show you everyone. It literally will show you every single person who is online, which I think is crazy. Then you also have map bug. So, the map bug, I'm trying to go through these pretty quickly, because it's going to be a long video if not. But hopefully you guys can understand all this. Feel free to pause or anything if you want to try these out in game. But basically, mapbug will basically just give you your coordinates and put them onto the clipboard, so you can copy and paste them. And what this can be used for is, let's say there's a map bug, yeah, I said it, like where a rock's glitching or you can walk through a wall or something. You can make a bug report, send that to Alderon, put the map bug little coordinates in there, bam, they can get that fixed. Or it will be useful later on. Also, here's one important thing. Whisper. A lot of people don't know how to whisper. I see this tons and tons when playing. People are like, how do I whisper? How do I whisper? What's whispering? And it can be so good if you're on a server that has rules and you want to tell your friend where you are, but you're not in a voice chat and you don't want a location drop. So the way you do that is /whisper. I spelled whisper wrong. So you do /whisper and then you do the person's name, me as an example, and then you just type hello. Now, you can't whisper to yourself, obviously, but if you want to, you can also do /w instead of typing out whisper. So, both of those commands will work if you do any person's name other than yourself. You can't whisper to yourself. Anyway, onto the commands of dinosaur stats, because a lot of you guys who watch my videos do want to know how to get dinosaur stats. So, I normally show the dinosaur stats myself, but now you guys are going to be able to do it yourself. So, let me do /clear. So the chat, oh, hold on, I misspelled that. Let me do /clear so the chat is nice and clean. Right, so, the first thing you want to type is /get_attr. Now that is the base of what you will need for basically every command. Not all of them, but most of them. And you can do combat weight, and that will give me my combat weight. Since I'm a baby Sarko, it is like nothing. My combat weight is nothing, by the way. But if I was an adult, I'll get into growth commands, don't worry. Then you also have /get_attr health. Now this will give you your current health. So my current health is 200. But if you want to get your max health, you do /get_attr max health. Again, I've not taken any damage, so it's the same number. But if I'd taken damage, let's say a critter or a player attacked me, and then I did /get_attr health, that would give me my current health. So that's just one way you can do that. You can do that to test damages, like get your friend to bite you, see how much damage it actually takes away, all of that. Obviously, make sure you're the same combat weight and have like base armor, so 1 armor, just so you don't accidentally throw any numbers off. Next up, we have got armor. So slash get ATTR armor. That will give you your armor, which on Sarko is 1. Apparently it's only 1. Really? Okay then. Then you also have oxygen. There is tons of these, by the way. This isn't all of them, but you can also do stamina. Max stamina as well will give you your total, and then stamina is your like. So here, I'll do some running, do a little bit of running, and then we'll stop slash get ATTR stamina. See how it's no longer 100? That's my current stamina. If you put max stamina, that would give you your total. And finally, we have got growth. So growth is a bit funny. As you can see, I'm 0.002 growth. I will get into the growth later. But basically growth is between 1 and 0. Like that's the only numbers. Anyway, the next one is speed. Speed is a very, very fun command, but it's incredibly weird to get. So, for speed, you want to do get prop character movement dot max run speed. This will give you your sprint speed, which is 900 for a Sarko. Then you can also do get prop character. Hold on, my spelling is awful. Character movement dot max, and then you can replace the word sprint with walk speed or trot speed, and it'll give you your walk and trot speed. So that's my trot speed. Walk would be lower. Um, and then you can also do swim speed as land playables to get the fastest swim. Obviously, I'm a Sarko, so not the best example, but Struthia Mimus is what I did it on earlier. Struthia Mimus is 200. That's its max swim speed. So if a Struthie goes in the water, it will swim at 200 speed, which is slower than Sarko's trot. So, yeah, that's a bit wild, honestly. Also, speaking of swim speed, if you are an aquatic or a semi-aquatic, you will have to do another command if you want to get their speeds. Uh, Mainly for aquatics, actually. So, obviously, because I'm semi-aquatic as a Sarko, it gives me my movement speeds on land. If you do these commands as, let's say, a Kai, it'll give you the movement speeds that they move on land. So, for something like Kai, you want to do slash get sorry, no, not slash set, slash get prop character movement dot max swim speed. That will give you their sprinting speed for swimming, and then you can also change it to swim trot speed to get their swimming trotting speed, which on Sarko is 450. Which you can see, I trot 375 on land, but then as soon as I get in the water, I'm a bit quicker. So, that's how you get those commands. Anyway, now that we've got the stats out the way with, I want to get into some more fun commands. Alright, so I've just teleported myself over to Hot Springs. Don't worry, I will go through how to do that. But anyway, this first command which you can use to mess about with is God Mode. So you want to do slash God Mode. That makes you immune to everything. And also, for some reason, it gives you this little buff which lets you change your abilities if it's been refunded. So they added that since the DLCs. If a ability is refunded, you can change it now without going to a home cave. This is mainly for officials, but for some reason God Mode gives it to you. And if you don't want God Mode, because God Mode makes you immune to everything, you can't die to critters, fall damage, drowning, dying of health. You literally cannot die. So if you do God Mode again, that will turn it off, just in case you, for some reason, want to take damage in any way. The next command is heal. So let me just damage myself real quick. Slash ATTR health. Oh no, we've been damaged. We're on 1 health. No, we're gonna heal slowly. But what we can do is slash heal. That brings us up to full health. It will also clear status effects and refill your food and water. So you can also do slash heal and then a player's name, which will heal that player. So it'll heal all their status effects, just completely get rid of them, all their health back to full, and fill their food and water. Now, This is the part that you have probably all been waiting for, and it's how to change your own stats. You know, you just saw me do it there, but the slash set ATTR. I'm not going to go through all of these because they're very self-explanatory, but basically, slash set ATTR, combat weight, and then big number, 10 million. There you go. My baby Sarko can now one-shot everything and never die to anything, except for fall damage, of course. That ignores combat weight. But we can get around that. So slash set ATTR, full death speed, and then big number. So let me explain what full death speed is real quick, because a lot of you guys probably don't actually understand what it means. If you do, maybe I'm underestimating you. My bad. But basically, full death speed, the bigger that number is, the less fall damage you take. So no fall damage ever again for me, because I have a 10 million. So you might have seen it in Sarko's patch notes for the TLC. They increased its full death speed, which means it takes less fall damage when it's at younger growth stage. Just thought I should make that clear, because it's not exactly, it's not like it says no fall damage, but that's basically what it is. You can also do stamina, armor, max health, max oxygen, max stamina, but now onto growth. So slash set ATTR growth, and let's say I want to be halfway done with my Sarko. Well, now I'm at adolescence, 0.5. So the way growth works is it works between 0 and 1. So I can do slash set ATTR growth and then type 100, and it will not do anything. It makes me adult, but that is it. It will not make me go any higher than 1. No matter what number you type, unless it's below 1, then you will get smaller and smaller, obviously. Anyway, on to the actual fun ones now. So, slash set ATTR movement speed multiplier. This one is a very fun one for a lot of you people, and there we go. You can get the gist of why this one's fun. It's just fun to do this. Now, I do want to say, see how I just took full damage, despite me changing my full damage to be basically immune. Whenever you change growth stages or growth rate, so even if you grow a tiny little bit, like the smallest bit, all your stat changes go. So when you grow, you have to change your stats again. It's really hard to type and talk at the same time, but I'm trying to work my way through it. But basically, now that I've done it again, I should no longer take full damage, and you can see I do not. It's pretty cool. But anyway, on to more of the funny commands. So if you want a specific speed, so let's say, hold on, let me just reset my movement speed real quick. There we go. Right, so that's now my default movement speed. Let's say I wanted to sprint faster. Alright, so you would do slash set ATTR sprinting speed multiplier, and then 100. So now my sprint is fast. You see how I'm trotting the same speed, but then as soon as I sprint, I'm really quick. You can also do this for trotting. It doesn't work with walking for some reason, at least I couldn't get it to. But for trotting, you just do slash set ATTR trotting speed multiplier, and then big number. There you go. So now my trot should actually be quicker than my sprint, which is a bit weird because when I sprint, I'm going to get slower for some reason. Then we also have slash set ATTR turn radius multiplier. I've done a few of these on streams before. What? Oh, I misspelt it. Hold on. Slash set ATTR turn radius multiplier. There we go. There we go. Bit of a spelling mistake, but this one makes you turn incredibly quickly, and that's all this one does. It doesn't do anything else except make you turn. Just like that. So if you've ever joined me on my streams and I've done something spooky or crazy like that, that's how I do it. Then you also have slash set ATTR air control multiplier. This, I will get into that after this next one, because what that does is it lets you basically fly as anything. Slash set ATTR jump force multiplier. Now what jump force does, it should be a bit self-explanatory, but basically it makes you jump. It makes you jump really high. So my Sarko can now jump really high, and you can see how I'm moving to the left. I was moving to the left there. I'll do it again. So because I changed my air control multiplier, I can basically glide, kind of. So whenever I'm in the air now, I will be able to move quickly. You might notice that some abilities, like on the Raptors, they give them a boost in their air control. That is basically all I've done with that stat change. So that /set ATTR air control multiplier, that lets you do that. Obviously, I still have full death speed, so I'm happy there. But if you also want to change some other statistics, you don't just want to do the ones that I have mentioned. You can also do /get all ATTR. Now, this is a lot. I'm not going to go through all of it, but basically, it fills your chat with every attribute you can have. Um, Pretty much all of them. It is a lot. Like, a lot, a lot. And if you simply want to modify them, so we'll do /set ATR leg damage. This is bone break, basically. Just give myself 100 of that. Oh no, I'm fractured. No! So you can basically fracture yourself if you want. You can, but feel free to go through all those. You will need a mouse to go look through them, because obviously on console, for some reason, it moves the chat weirdly. But if you have a mouse, feel free to go have a look at all of those, and you can just mess about with them, I guess. Anyway, for the last command in this section, I want to do the marks, because I know a lot of people probably want to go through marks, and it might be useful. So, what you can do is you can do /set marks, not ATTR, /set marks, and then basically the max number you can do is a billion. Sorry, not a billion. You can do 999,999,909. If you do any number higher than that, it will just set it to 0. So you see I have that many marks. Let me just set my marks to even more. There you go. Bigger number, set it to 0. It never used to do this. It used to just set it to the max, which is a billion. But now it sets it to 0, which kind of sucks because you can't just hold down the number. You got to actually type it. But you'll never need more than like a couple thousand marks, like 50,000 or something. So that's how you do that. You can also do /add marks. So my marks currently are 0. /add marks, and that will add 44 marks. So you can see I actually have 44 now. But that is basically how you get the marks. Alright, now that we've got the player commands and some useful funny ones, we can get onto some more admin type commands, which I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know about half of these before recording this video. But I guess the first one to start off with is critters, because again, some people like to mess around with critters. I do myself. So let me just do /clear. Chat's nice and clean. I love doing that. Can you tell I figured that little trick out this video? So basically, the critters /spawn critter. You don't want to put an S on the end of that, just keep it as critter. And then let me do Dynamo-sucus. You will need to type out the name of the critter fully like that. And then what you can do is let's say I want 2 of them. You will put a 2. And let's say I want them at maximum growth. I want them to be fully adult. So basically, alpha critter. That is how you do that. So that will spawn 2 alpha Dynamo-sucus right here. And they are aggressive. They do play like normal critters. They don't have any modified stats or anything. I'm pretty sure... I don't know how you can do that. I'm pretty sure you can, I'm just not sure. But you can do that with any critter. If you want to change their growth, so /spawn critter Dynamo-sucus, and then let's say I only want 1 of them this time, but I want it to be a baby, I can simply do that, and that will spawn in a very teeny tiny Dynamo-sucus. Look at it. Oh, the poor thing. And if let's say you do an oopsie doopsie and you fat finger a number, Lucas, and let's say you want to spawn 10, but you accidentally spawn 100. Oh no! What have I done? Oh no! And let's say you don't want 100. You can simply do /clear critters. Make sure you put an S on the end of that, and every critter in the map will simply burrow away. This also works on the aquatic ones. The aquatic critters, they just shrink. They don't even burrow anything. They just kind of shrink. But that's basically the critter commands. Anyway, have you ever wanted to teleport? Well, here is how you do it. First of all, you'll need to do mapbug again. So, /mapbug to get your coordinates. Now, what those coordinates can do is if you do /teleport and then you put those coordinates in. I don't think I can because I'm on console. I haven't tried it. But if you're on PC, you just copy and paste them. It'll teleport you to those coordinates exactly. You can also teleport people and go to locations. So let's say I did slash teleport Orcas BAW to Jurassic D. What that would do is teleport me to Jurassic D. Now, obviously, Jurassic's not in my server because, again, single player, but you could do that. You can also teleport players to you, so you just swap the names around. So you do slash set, no, sorry, not slash, yeah, slash teleport Jurassic D to Orcas board. You don't need to write to it; figures that out on its own. But that would teleport him to me. You can also teleport yourself and other players to locations. So slash teleport Orcas board. And then let's say I wanted to go to Hot Springs because that's my favorite place. You would teleport and it would put me at Hot Springs. Now obviously I'm myself. I can't teleport myself like that. If you want to teleport yourself, you would simply do teleport Hot Springs. And that will take me over to Hot Springs like we were before. Because I love this place. This is my favorite place on the map. You can also use the Alderon ID as well. So my Alderon ID is 0375. Yeah, you can use other IDs. There is more than just teleport though. You can also do slash go to. Again, let's do Hot Springs again. So you can teleport to a place whilst you're in it. It'll just put you at a random point. I will quickly mention sometimes it will put you in a wall. I can't fix that. I don't know how. I'm sorry. Alderon, that's on Alderon to fix that. Unfortunately, that's not in the player's control. But basically, you can do that. And the final one is slash bring. Now I can't do it because again, single player. Oh, it's annoying. But slash bring, and then a person's name would bring them to you. Or you can even bring them to a POI. So slash bring Jurassic D to Hot Springs would bring him to Hot Springs. Now, here is some more funky stuff. If you want a list of POIs, you can do slash, let me do clear first, slash list POI. That is every place on the map. It puts them all in chat. You can do this without admin permissions, I believe, but that just lists every single place. Now, the places that say empty island, those are the you know when you have like a go to Termite Valley or go to the certain locations within a location, that is what those are. They're just the quest locations that are in locations. It's pretty weird. You can also do slash list quests. So you can do quests. Make sure to put an S on the end, and that is every single quest in the game. I don't even think it fits on the chat. There's probably more than that, but that is every single quest. In fact, no, that is all of them because it says loading all quest assets. But that is every single quest in the entire game, right there. Really simple. I don't know why you would need to do that, but it's there. Then you also have list waters. So what that does is it shows you every single like freshwater lake on the map. So Whistling Columns, Titans Pass, Big Quill, Sharptooth Pond, Burned Forest, Hunter's Thicket, Hot Springs. Obviously, the Hot Springs has got tons of little lakes, but yeah, that is every fresh water source on the map. You know what's crazy? It's listing the Hot Springs ones as different because they're at different heights, so they are individual pools. But then go to Whistling Columns, that's just a flat water. There's no different levels of water. That's because it's all just one water source, but it's like it's made to look like more, but it's not. Bit of a crazy fact. Anyway, the next one is slash clear bodies. So a little similar to critters, but slash clear bodies would clear all meat chunk and bodies of players. So that one's pretty simple, in case your server's lagging or anything. Now, this next one is a bit of a fun one. It does nothing for the player except visual stuff, but it's set wound. So what you can do is slash set wound, and then let me type my name in, Orcas BAW, and then let's say I want it on my head left, and I want a max scar, head left 5. And look, I've got a scar on my head. You can do that on any part of the body, by the way, so but obviously I don't have the full list, but here is how you do that. Here is how you get the list of body parts. So slash set wound help. and that will give you every single body part. So let me just do tail. Let me do tail base left / set wound tail base left. Oh no, I need to do orcas. Tail base left and then 5. And bam, look, I've got damage on my tail. So these do not heal unless you die, and they're simply just visuals. They don't actually indicate you're low. See, the way you would do this before is you would do / set HTR health and then 1, and that would put you on death scars. But I that's how I did it before. I didn't actually know the / wound command. It does go away with / heal, by the way. But that's just something visual that I thought was cool. But yeah, you can see in chat you've got head left, neck right, shoulder, body, tail base, tail tip, left arms, hands, legs, feet. You've got everything. You can do a lot of customization. So that is there. Obviously, you can do other numbers as well. So like 1, that will put less scarring than 5. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, quick mention, I should have probably put this at the start, but let's say I change gender, subspecies, or skin, and I have that 5-minute timer. You can do / skip shed, and that will remove the timer, so no more having to wait for that. You know, it's a little bit pesky. Alright, this is one of the last commands, but let me just set my growth a bit lower. So we'll do 0. Oh no, / set growth 0.5. There we go. Right, what you can do is / reward growth, and then just put in a funny number, and that will give me growth. I have 10 hours and 40 minutes of growth. Now, obviously, in my single-player world, I have my growth really slow, so it's not going to grow me at all. But if you use this in a server with actual growth, like, that would be pretty good, man. You'd be able to just grow instantly. Obviously, it would be admin abuse if you did that. So, hopefully none of you do that. Obviously, when I'm adult, it goes away. Anyway, to finish off this video, I wanted to share with you my personal couple of commands. So, / clear first of all, / set HTR movement speed multiplier 100, / set HTR ground acceleration multiplier, and then 100 again, because I like that number, / set HTR fall death. Oh, no, I need space there. Death speed, and then big number. By the way, no matter what size number you put in, the biggest number it can go to is 10. Just want to put that out there. / set HTR jump force multiplier. We'll go 100 again. / set HTR turn radius multiplier. There we go. This is what I enjoy to do in my spare time. So it looks like I'm cheating. This genuinely does look like I'm cheating. Oh my god. It's really hard to control, I won't lie. But I enjoy messing about with commands. Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god, look at that. I did not know I could do it in the air. Oh my god, it's a flying Sarko. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Bit of a scuffed outro, I know. If you did enjoy and you watched to the end, thank you so much. Hopefully this video helps you out a little bit. Make sure to have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care, and I'll probably see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching.